Oh man, guys. Well, Magomed Ankalaev defeats Alex Pereira via unanimous decision with two 48-47 scorecards, 149-46. I had it. I wouldn't say it's a robbery. It's definitely not a robbery. Like I clickbaited in my thumbnail. I had it 3-2 Alex, but I can see like it comes down to the third, depending on who you think won the third. 4-1 though is a crazy scorecard. That should never be one. Alex clearly won rounds 1 and 5. Round three is the decider. If you think Alex won round three, you think he won the fight. If you think Magomed won the third round, then you think he wins the fight. It is what it is. Whatever you decide. But I personally had Alex winning. But I'm mad at the decision because I didn't want Magomed Ankalaev to win, but I'm not mad because it's not an illogical decision. Like it's very like you could justify the decision very. You don't even have to like make a case for it. Like I get why Magomed Ankalaev could have won, but I feel like Alex Pereira just looked kind of slow out there. I feel like his age started to show a little bit. Not like he wasn't like crazy slow, but I feel like he was slower than normal, a little more timid. I feel like Ankalaev was just beating him to the punch. Ankalaev's hands were faster, 100%. Alex Pereira seemed to still have the slight edge in the kicking game, but Magomed Ankalaev's hands were just getting to Alex quicker than Alex could get his hands to Magomed's, and that's a big problem because Magomed Ankalaev was timing that straight left when Alex was throwing that leg kick very well, and he was finding a home for it. He almost knocked him out at the end of round two, and he also was getting off damage onto Alex's legs. If we just look at these numbers right here, Pereira landed 48 leg kicks, but Magomed Ankalaev responded with 28 of his own, and that's got to be close to the most, if not the most, landed on Alex Pereira at light heavyweight. Maybe Izzy landed some, but Izzy's kicks aren't going to be as powerful and as heavy hitting as a Jan Blachowicz or a Yuri or a Magomed Ankalaev. And I feel like those leg kicks started to add up for both of them, but especially like Alex's was doing more damage, but I don't think Alex expected Magomed to stand with him and do a leg kick exchanges as much as he did. Ankalaev took it on the I guess the calf in this case, and was just able to keep walking forward. Alex really never got off any damaging shots. He had the one head kick that rocked Magomed in round five, but failed to capitalize on it, which sucks. But it is what it is. Magomed Ankalaev is gonna ruin the sport. Just nail in the coffin. Yeah, moving on. Happier times. Justin Gaethje. I got this pick right. I picked Alex Pereira, by the way, but I got this pick right. And I don't know if I said it in the video, but I was watching this fight with some friends, and he was concerned about betting on Gaethje because of the Holloway thing and everything. And I explained to him exactly how this fight would go. I said in round one, Fiziev's gonna look really good. He's gonna come out. He's gonna win round one, guns blazing, and he's gonna slow down in rounds two and three. And that's exactly what we got. Although I was very nervous for Gaethje when Fiziev had Gaethje's head and arm. I thought a Kimura might be coming. I thought maybe an inverted triangle was on its way, but none of that happened. Gaethje survived that, got out. Fiziev continued to bang him up a little bit. And yeah, that was the end of round one. 10-9 Fiziev. Round two comes. Gaethje and Fiziev are swinging in the pocket until Gaethje collar ties him with his left hand and uppercuts him with the right, sending Fiziev to the floor. Now, I thought it would have been smarter of Gaethje to let Fiziev back up and try to finish him, but Gaethje followed him to the ground, was getting in position, looked like he was gonna try to go for a Darcy. Thought about it for about half a second before realizing if he doesn't get this, then this could be end up being really bad for him. So he decided against it and stay on the ground until and then round three starts and Gaethje's just the much fresher dude. He was preparing for a 5 round fight. Fiziev hopped on a flight after not fighting for over 500 days on a week's notice to fly around the world. His gas tank was nowhere near Gaethje's. That was to be expected. Gaethje being underdog was completely uncalled for. I'm glad Justin Gaethje got the win. Moving on, Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Bahamondes got the win like I predicted, but not in the fashion I predicted it. Bahamondes threw up a triangle choke onto Jalen Turner and was able to secure it. And I hear Jalen Turner might be retiring, so one less 6'3" beast at lightweight for these guys to deal with. Moving on, Amanda Lemos versus Ismael Lucindo. Another underdog I got correct. I picked Amanda Lemos. She's just had the experience. Lucindo, too young, that hasn't had enough fights to really know how to deal with certain situations. Just accepted being on her back. Wasn't really throwing up any submissions of any, like, wasn't trying to get a surprise armbar or a triangle or just a sweep in general. She just accepted position on the back. And Amanda Lemos would hold her there. Then for the last 20, 30 seconds, land some pretty vicious ground and pound in the form of hammer fists, punches, elbows, and Lucindo could do nothing about it. Amanda Lemos got the 29-28 decision. Moving on, Bobby Green versus Mauricio Huffy. Mauricio Huffy clip farmed, over farmed with a spinning wheel kick to the temple of Bobby Green, putting him out cold. And yeah, man, nothing much else I can say about that. Bobby Green, you should retire. Your chin is cooked, brother. And yeah, I get if you want to go out and win, but don't fight these guys. Don't these up and comers, especially guys from the fighting nerds like a Gene Silva or Mauricio Huffy. In this example, moving on to the the prelim headliner Joshua Van versus Ray Tesora. Ray Tesora just did nothing except shoot takedowns and fail them. Like absolutely nothing. He did nothing to impress me or anybody for that matter. Joshua Van had great takedown defense. Was a little scared a couple of times when he got taken down. Felt like he kind of wasn't in control of these ground situations. Didn't really know what to do, but he'd always find his way back up to his feet, whether that was skillfully or just dumb luck. And yeah, Joshua Van was able to get the decision. Moving on, Bruno Fajeda versus Armin Petrosian. Another fight I picked correctly. I picked the underdog in Bruno Fajeda. I predicted it to be get done by knockout, but he was able to submit Armin Petrosian. And yeah, what did he sub him with? Okay, stop yawning. What did he sub? I think it was a triangle. I'm not sure. But Bruno Fajeda gets the dub. And I predicted that correctly. Moving on, Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. I picked Leal. I did say I thought it'd be a 29-28 decision because Leal would be off the juice and nobody could accuse him of it anymore. Well, nobody can accuse him anymore because I don't really know. I'm delirious. It's 3:40 in the morning. I need to go to bed. Moving on, Marion Sanchez versus Francis Marshall. Complete fucking robbery. Francis Marshall won, in my opinion. And Jordan Santos versus Ozzy Diaz. I barely remember this fight. I'm just so tired. My head hurts. It is pounding. I really just wanted to talk about the main card, the main first couple of fights. And I thought the Jordan Santos could have gotten this based on what I saw, but I'm not really certain. I'd have to rewatch it. I am so tired. And yeah, very pissed off to see Magomed Ankalaev as the champ, but it is what it is. We just gotta hope he fights often and puts on exciting fights first. That's all we can do. And yeah, until I see you guys in the next one. Peace.